We have sunshine across eastern Carolina. Oh, yes, some of that smoke in the air. But you know what? Some rainfall is going to wash that stuff out. We already have some showers moving through central South Dakota and some spotty old thunder showers around the James River Valley. We might see one of those in Sioux Falls this evening, but more likely overnight tonight. Our low is 62 Sioux Falls, 60 Aberdeen, 55 in Pierre, only 46 in Rapid City behind a cold front. Then for your day tomorrow, it is going to be cloudy. We'll see showers and thunder showers refiring up. During the day, Sioux Falls into tomorrow night, we could actually have some pockets of heavy rain along and east of I-29. Otherwise, 80 Sioux Falls, Aberdeen and Pierre, Rapid City cooler at 75. Father's Day looks nicer. We'll have that forecast coming up. KELOLAND News starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, KELOLAND News first at 4.
When the temperature rises, most people go inside to cool down, but that isn't always an option for everyone. How you can help our local homeless population coming up.
A federal investigation into the Minneapolis Police Department is complete. We'll let you know the results coming up.
And Canadian wildfire smoke continues to have an impact in the U.S. We'll show you how it's affecting Minnesotans coming up tonight. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. A stolen dinosaur statue landed 3 teenagers behind bars. Early yesterday morning, a security guard at the Washington Pavilion saw 3 people carrying the Velociraptor statue away from the pavilion. In the morning, officers tracked the thieves to an apartment building near 11th and Minnesota using security footage. Police allegedly knocked on a door, and when the door opened, they could see the large statue inside the apartment. 18-year-old Anthony Barrera and 19-year-old Morningstar Stewart were arrested for grand theft. The other suspect is under 18, so his name was not made public.
South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley will lead a meeting of the nation's top attorneys. Jackley will chair the annual meeting of the National Attorney General Alliance next week in California. He's serving a 1-year term as chairman of the AGA. Jackley says that the point of the meeting is to discuss common issues that all states are seeing.
Well, with hot weather just getting started, a local nonprofit could use your help caring for its guests. The Union Gospel Mission needs donations of summer-related items such as bottled water, travel-sized toiletries, and summer clothes. To donate, just drop off your items at the main entrance on 8th Street in Sioux Falls.
It is definitely another warm one out there. A lot of sunshine, but the sunshine being blocked by a lot of smoke.
Yeah, it sounds like some rain could come our way, though. Megan?
Rain is coming our way, Don and Kelly, but right now, in Sioux Falls at least, dealing with that thicker smoke covering the sunshine. 84 degrees right now, south wind at 7 miles an hour. In different parts of our region, we are dealing with rain showers, like in Mobridge, 62 degrees. North winds are at 10 miles an hour. Here is a look at KELOLAND Live Doppler, where we do have those rain showers between Chamberlain and Pierre up towards Mobridge, and a few thunder showers popping up between Aberdeen and Sisseton. Nothing is severe, and they will continue moving to the northeast. Taking a look at our temperatures, we do have a cold front passing through that is bringing those rain shower chances. 83 right now in Yankton, 73 in Chamberlain, and 61 in Pierre. You can kind of see where that cold front is right now. A chilly 53 in Custer. So this evening, we do have a marginal risk of severe weather in this area in green, mainly in eastern KELOLAND. We could see possible hail, strong winds if you are under a thunder shower, and pockets of heavy rain that could lead to flash flooding if these systems are moving slowly. Otherwise, for tonight, 62 in Sioux Falls, 60 in Aberdeen, 55 in Pierre, and 46 in Rapid City. Tomorrow, we'll have highs of 80 Sioux Falls, Aberdeen, Pierre, 75 in Rapid City. Another chance of afternoon rain and thunderstorms, mainly east of the James River. We'll take a closer look at the timing of the rain coming up.
All right, thanks a lot, Megan. A Sioux City man will spend the next 11 years in prison after being caught with a large amount of pure meth. At the time of his arrest, 37-year-old Aurelio Solorio was under arrest, federal supervision for conspiring to distribute a controlled substance in South Dakota back in 2011. Solorio faces an additional 3 years in prison for violating that supervision. The sentences will be served consecutively.
In a rare move, the Iowa Supreme Court upheld a 2019 district court ruling that blocked an abortion ban from going into effect. The 3-3 split decision makes it so abortions are allowed in Iowa up to 20 weeks of pregnancy. This ruling doesn't stop Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and the legislature from making new laws that restrict abortion in the future.
The Department of Justice has found that Minneapolis police had a pattern of violating constitutional rights and discrimination. The DOJ launched an investigation into the Minneapolis Police Department and the city after the 2020 death of George Floyd. The sweeping two-year civil rights probe concluded that systemic problems in the Minneapolis Police Department made what happened to George Floyd possible.
What we saw in the report is heartbreaking. And I think everybody in Minneapolis realizes that.
The investigation found that Minneapolis officers used excessive force, including, quote, unjustified deadly force, end quote, and violated the rights of people engaged in constitutionally protected speech.
Well, for a time, ozone and smoke from Canadian wildfires left Minnesota blanketed with the worst air in the entire country. Our CBS affiliate in Minnesota, Jason Rantala, explains how dirty air can impact everyone's health.
Ominous skies and hazy air have disrupted normally fun summer activities, a surprise for Minnesotans.
Yeah.
And visitors like this girls' volleyball team here for nationals.
Probably a good 1,000 or so girls here.
From Amarillo, Texas.
It was really hard to breathe and see. It was really musty.
If you spent any sort of time out there yesterday, it just wasn't good for your health.
Just ask WCCO meteorologist Joseph Dames. Minnesota usually sees good air. Yesterday was unhealthy for everyone. We were just 2 levels down from the absolute worst air.
Yesterday, in the peak moment where it was at its worst, we were pushing the upper hundreds to 200 level around the area, which is unhealthy.
Everybody's going to feel the impacts of that.
Dr. Zeke McKinney is an occupational environmental physician at Health Partners. In conditions like this, he says they see an uptick in primary care visits with cold-like symptoms, even shortness of breath.
Seeing people who have no lung problems suddenly feeling like, wow, I'm feeling a little crummy with this.
As for long-term effects from this short-term bad air,
I think it's highly unlikely. More likely, it would just, in the short term, make people feel a little bit crummy. Maybe feel like you want to blow your nose or use a nasal spray or something like that.
No, we just sucked it up and just kept on going.
With better air today, Tammy and the team are hoping to take in some Minnesota fun.
And we can't wait. We're going to go look at the waterfalls. We might go hit the baseball game tonight. So we're having a great time.
Jason Rantala, WCCO News.
The air quality index runs from 0 to 500. South Dakota's air quality is moderate in most areas right now. Rapid City and Box Elder's air quality is listed as unhealthy for sensitive groups.